So I saw this post. There's a new member of the Leo finance community, Queen Gaga. I think she's a MetaMask user actually, but she posts this thing yesterday about how she learned how her first contact with Bitcoin was, and this image really kind of captured my attention. Circulating supply, and this is U.S. dollars infinitely increasing, and Bitcoin obviously limit of 21 million. 89% mined already, and it has this um, you know, 1 minus ETH kind of thing. So that just really got me thinking. And I was thinking, it's like, there's so many people in the world. There's so many Bitcoin. We know that, the future schedule of Bitcoin production, at least assuming the network remains active as it is today, and we have estimates of what the global population is going to be, because as the wealth of the world increases, development occurs in currently less developed places, then people tend to have fewer children. So there's an increase and then there's a decrease in global population. So I was thinking about that. And I got me thinking, it's like, what is the relative potential wealth on a per capita basis in Bitcoin terms? And so what I did was I went over to Worldometer, and they have a population projection going from 2020 all the way through 2100, and it increases up to 9 billion, and then taps into 10 billion, and then pretty much plateaus. And I went over to the wiki for Bitcoin and looked at the Bitcoin eras. And so, since it's me, I made a spreadsheet. I can hear Rondon in my head right now. So I just year by year comparing world population projection to the Bitcoin supply, and what is that Bitcoin per population. And so the red here is the Bitcoin supply, and then the bluish is the world population projection. Now, when it comes to the Bitcoin supply, I just did 4-year halvings. I know that's not quite exact, but it's going to be close enough. So what's the ratio of these two things? And this is it. So where we are right now is that we are near the peak. We are, what is that? Trying to get that actual. It's whenever I move it. Okay, 2023 looks like it'll be the most plentiful Bitcoin per unit of per capita, so per person in the world. So at that point, if wealth were perfectly even, it would be the easiest to obtain Bitcoin. It would be the cheapest it would be possible. And then as we go forward in time, the relative amount of Bitcoin per person available in the world goes down, and it decreases from, 0.00024 down to 0.0019. So I mean that doesn't sound like a lot, but so if we go 19 divided by 24, that's a 20% decrease. So just on that alone, we should expect price increases, assuming Bitcoin still continues to be a valued thing, and obviously I think it will be. So whether or not Bitcoin takes over the world and eats all the other monetary assets, that I'm less certain of. I do think it will be a major store of value, for the foreseeable future. So I'm pretty bullish. But yeah, that was just I thought it was an interesting way to look at the Bitcoin supply in terms of just the world, because it is going to be, or it is a worldwide monetary network, and I think it'll continue to be so. So anyway, that was my thought for the moment. I'll see you next time.